That's the biggest mistake we have. Even though you spend hundreds of thousands of euros, if you cannot prove that you pay those invoices with bank statement, we won't be able to deduct them.
What can go wrong and how can you avoid it?
From our experience, Sofia, and you know what I'm talking about, what can go wrong is when people calculate themselves their CGT without knowing the rules. One of the biggest issues we have is when people cannot prove that they paid for the renovation invoices. That's the biggest mistake we have, is that even though you spend hundreds of thousands of euros, if you cannot prove that you pay those invoices with bank statement, we won't be able to deduct them. So that's the biggest one. The second one is not to get proper invoices and documentation when you do renovation work, because in the end, once you're selling it, you won't be able to claim those invoices and those payments. Apart from this, I believe that it's quite straightforward and there is nothing that cannot be managed by the time of the sale.
Yeah. Are there any full exemption scenarios for non-residents?
Yes, absolutely. We've got two different types of exemptions actually for non-residents. One is a full exemption for non-residents that are selling their previous main home in France. So it's mainly for French expats living abroad, I would say. And the second one is not a full allowance, but it's a quite nice allowance of 150,000 euros for previous French tax resident selling their previous French home.
What is the actual tax rates and are there any reductions?
Yeah, so the tax rate depends on your country of residency. If you are EU or UK or Switzerland, you're going to pay 19% income tax plus 7.5% social charges. If you are French or non-EU, then you're going to pay 19 plus 18.6% social charges. Can you reduce it? Yeah, the only way to reduce it is to be in the EU or Switzerland or the UK and own the property for more than 5 years, because as soon as you own it for more than 5 years, you have a taper relief. I'm sure we're going to discuss this later.
How long do you need to hold the property before the tax starts to really reduce?
Yes, indeed. So in France, we have a very specific taper relief for duration of ownership, which starts from 5 years of ownership. And it's becoming zero taxes for income tax after 22 years of ownership and 30 years for social charges.
Why is the fiscal representative legally required and what happens if you don't have one?
So a tax rep or fiscal rep is mandatory because it's much easier for the French tax office to ask us to pay for any penalties later, rather than going to search for someone living in the US, in China, in the UK, or anywhere in the world, of course. It does make sense. What happens if you don't have one? Well, you cannot sell your property anyway. So it's not a question. This is legally mandatory to have one. And trust me, your notary is going to tell you this anyway.
How do you calculate the capital gain? And what can you add to your purchase price?
Okay, so the capital gain tax is pretty much the sale price minus the purchase price minus the fees you paid when you bought the property, minus the fees you are going to pay while selling it, minus renovation work, if any. And that's pretty much all. And the question was about what can you deduct when you sell it. The fees, it's usually the agency fees and the tax rep fees, of course.
What happens on the day of the sale? Who pays what and when?
On the day of the sale, so the buyer is going to send all the money on the escrow account of the notary, the notaire, not your account directly. The notaire is going to receive all this money and then is going to pay whoever needs to be paid. Agency fees, tax rep fees, taxes, of course, capital gain tax. And then you would get the reminder on your own account once everyone has been paid.
What cost can be deducted from the sale price?
Well, we've got the DPE, we've got some of the agency fees, tax rep fees, and that's pretty much all. I guess, not much.
Okay, so first, what makes non-resident different from residents when selling French property?
Well, I would say that one of the biggest difference is about the fact that you might need a tax representative for this, depending on the situation. So as a reminder, non-EU tax residents selling a property above 150,000 euros need to appoint someone called tax representative. We are only 9 companies in France doing this. The tax rep is going to calculate the CGT, capital gain tax, and take its full liability in case of a later tax investigation. I think that's the biggest difference, because apart from this, resident and non-residents are pretty much treated the same way. And there is a small difference about social charges as well, but I guess we're going to speak about that later.
What's the first thing a non-resident should do when they decide to sell?
I would say that the first one is to ask us or someone else, but us really, an idea of their capital gain tax in France, and we can do it in other countries as well, if you guys want. We can calculate in Switzerland, in the UK, and depending on the state, in the US as well, so that you know how much is going to be the worst case scenario. At least you are mentally ready to pay, which is very important about taxes. And then starting to work on the capital gain tax calculation as early as possible, especially if you have a complicated situation with a lot of invoices. If it's fairly simple, then no need to rush. But if it's a bit complicated, then doing it in advance is always a good idea. I think we're good.
We are.
Thank you very much, Sofia. I hope that you guys liked the video. This was Sofia, who you can talk to if you want to sell your property with us. I mean, as a tax rep, not as a sales agent. Don't hesitate if you have any need, any question, if you want us to calculate your CGT in France, in other main countries, we will be very happy to help. Everyone is speaking English, perfect English, as you can see, and we are always very nice and in a good mood. Thank you very much, and see you soon.
Bye.